Hey everybody, this is Jake from wildacademy.com. Welcome to day 24 of learning to program in Ruby, and this is actually part 2 of 2 for CRUD. So we're actually going to be finishing this up today. If you have not already done part 1, please go back and do part 1 because we are halfway into this right now. Alright, let's get started. Let's go ahead and add our first option, our third option, but our first for this episode. And so we're just going to start right below our our update when. And if you come back up here, we had 4 options. We had add, update, delete, and list. So let's go ahead and type in list. Or not list. Let's do delete. So delete will be first. When delete. We're going to put what title would you like removed. Okay. With a question mark. Now we need to do our gets.chomp. So we're going to do title is equal to gets.chomp. And we need to get rid of that. We need to turn this gets.chomp into a symbol right now. Now we didn't do this here before, but we're going to do it here, and I will explain why in a second. Then what we will do is we will check to see that the title actually exists in our hash. So we'll do an if test. We'll do books. And just like before, we're going to do our brackets title dot toSim, and we will do dot nil. And if it says dot nil, it basically is returning that that title does not exist. And because we're trying to delete a title, we need the title to exist. So what we will write is puts that title doesn't exist anyways. That title doesn't exist anyways. Then, probably shouldn't use the word then. Let's do the else. Books. Now Ruby has this built in. It's books.delete, and then we will have it delete that title. So this is a built-in function. We will type when delete, which is what the option is that we want to do. We're going to put what title would you like removed. The title will equal our gets.chomp, and we're going to turn our string into a symbol immediately, because what we need to do, like here we're turning it into a symbol, which is fine, or we're checking for that symbol, but that's redundant, that's fine. But with our else, when it is in there, because it has to check to see if, well, it's turning into a symbol, but when it is in there, we still need to delete that specific symbol, right? Because we can't have it checking for a string. So else books.delete title, it will be deleting our symbol that's in there, which is the title of the book. Hope that is clear. If not, just ask in the comments to help me clear it up. So go ahead and save that, and then let's pull it in. Syntax error, unexpected keyword end. Let's get rid of that extra end there. Alright, and then let's save that. Let's pull that in. What would you like to do? Options: add, update, delete, or list. My wash machine is getting loud now. So let's do delete. What title would you like to delete? We're going to type in Mistborn. So you can see that Mistborn is no longer in our hash. if we come in here, misborn exists within our hash at first, and because we've deleted it, then it's only showing those two, the Wheel of Time and Alchemist. Finally, what we're going to add is our list option. So we're going to come down here. We're going to create a when. Let's bring that out. When list. Brought that quotation with me. Okay, when list, we're just going to do books dot each do. This will be a dot each do, and we've gone over this in a prior episode, so you should know what this is. And then we're going to do our pipes, and we will do our book. Let's separate this into two things. So we're going to make the first one book, and then we'll make the second one rating. So we'll do book, and then we'll do rating for the second one. All right, and then let's go ahead and do puts, and we will hashtag this, create our book, and we're doing book here instead of books. Make sure to just do the one, and what the dot each do is doing is just iterating over each item in the hash that we've created. Then we're going to put a space here, and let's put a semicolon here or a colon here, and then we're going to put in our rating. So we'll do that with our hash, and we'll do rating there. Okay, and make sure to close that as a string. And then the last thing that we need to do is just end that. All right, let's go ahead and save it. Control S if you want. Right over here, press up. What would you like to do? Let's type in list, and it is giving us a list, Wheel of Time, with your colon 6, Mistborn 5, Alchemist 7. And then again, we've asked it to put out our hash here, so that's why it's listed this down here. The last thing that we're going to do is we're going to create a failsafe. So we have 4 options. If the user does not put in one of our 4 options, like add or update, delete, or list, we need this to do something because we have a case statement, when. But what about when it's none of those 4 things? So what we need to do is we need to create an else down here, and we will just have it puts anything we want, like error, you've broken something, like a frowny face. Okay, that should work. Wait, we gotta add a little emotion. There we go. All right, now it's good. And then we can end that there. And now that we have this else to close our case statement, we no longer need this end down here. So the reason that end was down here prior, and in the prior episode I had said something about how it shouldn't need to be there, but it was closing our case statement. And so now that we have ended it with our else, we've put our end at the end of else, then we do not need that there. So make sure to eliminate that end after the books. Go ahead and save that, and let's pull it in. What would you like to do? Options, add, update, delete, or list. So let's give it something else. Let's just do AFHTHE, error, you've broken something. Frowny face, exclamation, and that is it. So we can try it again, and we can do a add. What book would you like to add to your hash? Let's add time machine. What rating do you give this book between 1 and 10? We'll make it 4. Time Machine has been added to your hash with a rating of 4. Wheel of Time, Mistborn, Alchemist, and then Time Machine is added. Let's go ahead and delete something. Delete. What title would you like removed? Let's remove Mistborn again. Wheel of Time, Alchemist, and Mistborn. So each operation here exists within itself. We're not carrying over what was created in the last one. So when we added Time Machine, it's not keeping Time Machine in there. Okay, so I need to pull this. I need to pull this back in. Hit enter, and let's do list. And it's given us our list. Wheel of Time 6, Mistborn 5, Alchemist 7. One more, let's do an update. So up, and what would you like to do? Options, let's do update. What books ratings would you like to change? What books rating would you like to change? Let's change the Wheel of Time rating. Go ahead and enter. What new rating would you give it? Let's give it a rating of 8. Hit enter, and you can see that the Wheel of Time was changed to 8, even though originally it was 6. So yeah, that's a cool little neat program. That's an introduction to CRUD. I hope you really enjoyed it. I know that it was a lot longer than the other ones, but as we progress through these, that's how it's going to be. That's the reality of it. And so as you can see, as these videos go on, they have less viewers than their, the first few days, is because we're starting to really sort out who is going to be doing this long term and who is just looking into it, and maybe they found a different language that they like or anything like that. But this is, now we are to everybody that's watching now should, this is, Ruby is a thing that they're going to be doing. This is a language that you're going to be learning. It's no longer something that we're just exploring to see how much we like it. It is something that we're going to be diving deeper into. And so having these longer episodes, I think, is great, because that's what it's going to take. My name's Jacob Williams. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to thumbs up the video. I really appreciate it. Comment below if you have any questions, and I or any of the other viewers will make sure to help. Have a good night.